Ya uma e uda. What's goody to the goddess and the gods, and what's popping to the people. Now this ain't no new setup. This actually the just another little section of my section. So we just doing something different tonight. I got a lot of stuff going on, so I didn't have time to do the green screen. So we're gonna come to you like this. Y'all need to see that anyway. Get educated. Get you some education. Some of this real education. As soon as I find some lotion, then get educated off this ash. But tonight gonna be a little something different. A little something different. This is more of a observation that I just took and ran with, and then I don't know, but y'all can't see my hands nowhere, so it don't matter. So yeah, this. It's not gonna be no typical just dealing with Hollywood type of thing. First of all, just so we clear. But before we get into all of that, listen, y'all doing too much with the politics. You're doing too much. And I don't know what I expected. Y'all do this to me every time, man. Like, everybody is so conscious and so know what's going on until politics come around. Then y'all get stupid. I don't know how else to put it. I can't say respectfully. I can't say allegedly. I can't say it's only a few of us. No, it be most of y'all. Even the smart ones. Like, listen. This is one of those moments where I probably am insensitive at times because I don't understand. Here's what I don't understand. I don't understand how the same people that tell me they believe in the Illuminati, whatever their definition of it is, they tell me they believe that these people exist. And we all know what we think it means, but either way it goes. But you believe in secret societies. You don't really know what they do or who they are, but you believe in these things. These are the same people that are complaining about Donald Trump. Drain the swamp. Drain the swamp. This one I don't understand. This one I don't understand. Okay. If you believe in whoever these elite are, and you believe in whoever the Illuminati is, and you believe in whoever's in these super rich ass secret societies, and you believe in that somehow the deep state infiltrated, but then somehow Donald Trump came through and got rid of the deep state. I don't know what happened to the Illuminati and the elite people. I don't know where they went when the deep state infiltrated, and then Donald Trump drained the swamp and got rid of the deep state. I just don't understand what happened to the people that allegedly ruled the world that y'all believed in before Donald Trump came in office. Or do you believe that Donald Trump has somehow come through and overpowered the Illuminati and outsmarted everybody, and now he's going to take over the world like in the 007 movies? I've been watching those movies too, though. Those is dope. Those I like. And yeah, I like those movies. I just don't understand what y'all believe is what I'm saying. I get confused. Like, is there an elite group that controls stuff? Is there this uh powerful Illuminati people who control all type of shit? And y'all even got the Anunnaki. Is there these Anunnaki people that came 6 million years or 6,000 years, however many years ago, and took over the planet? Like, how do y'all believe all of these? And then you believe in the Bible too, and the Quran. How do y'all believe in all of this shit together? Like, I don't understand. What? So I know it's tired. I understand. I done wore myself out. I done got all fired up, and I'm tired already because there's so much stuff to deal with. And maybe that's why it's so confusing. But I think everything has to start there. Like, and I say this frequently. What do you believe in? And I think we shift what we believe in for convenience sake. And that's where it becomes problematic. Okay, if there is a group of people who control everything, then that means everything. So if there's a group of people who control everything, who exactly is infiltrating those guys? And if there's this group of elites that y'all always talk about, it's the elites, it's the elites, the elites. Okay. All right, let's go with that. There's this group of people called the elites, and they so fucking rich that they can shift and dictate foreign policy and all this type of shit. Okay, where are those guys at right now? While Donald Trump's doing whatever that y'all worried about, or Putin's doing whatever that y'all, or Ukraine is doing, where are these one guys that y'all talk about all the time? These elite guys that run everything. What are they doing? Because like soon as we get emotionally connected to something, we forget about the core of our own fucking belief system. So, and then I have the same people that tell me they Christians, but they also believe in the Illuminati and these elites. I don't get that. Because how did these elites, where were these elites and where like how do you believe that all of this is prophetic of how things are going if you believe in these doctrines? But then you also believe that there's a group of people that control the world. So if there's a group of people that control the world and they know about this doctrine called the Bible that says it's going to go exactly like this, don't you think those group of people who control the world would make sure that things just didn't go in that direction? You can't have a prophecy if we know the prophecy and we just don't go in that direction. It says in the end, men are going to turn to men and women are going to turn to women. And people, oh, look, Revelations, just like the Bible said. But, we're watching propaganda do that. We watching them. So it gets weird because I don't even think we understand like Like we say shit like, yeah, I already know about that. That's propaganda and all of that. Like if you make a good point to somebody and they might brush over you like, yeah, that's propaganda. I already know about that. That's the weird space. Because at the moment that you admit that you understand that propaganda actually exists, then you have to instantly become some type of expert in order to tell me what I view as propaganda isn't significant, but what you acknowledge, you see what I'm saying? Like, once you acknowledge it exists, then it's on and popping. If they're using it, or there's no such thing. And so I just say that we don't keep each lesson, build on it, and use it for the next lesson. Once we acknowledge, just as a people, and say, okay, we know that propaganda exists, and sometimes it's used on the people. Okay, with just that slight acknowledgement, I have to then start saying, okay, I wonder how frequently and when it's actually used. I have to, you can't deal with one and not the other. So you have, I'm gonna play the clips in a minute. There's, I guess what I'm getting to is, once propaganda enters your society, the gloves are off as far as when it will and won't be used, simply because it was brought into your society for a reason, and it wasn't brought by the people. So if it was brought into it, if once you acknowledge that propaganda exists, then you have to understand that propaganda exists as a government tool. That's the reason governments created it, not just cigarette companies. Governments created propaganda. This is a government tactic. So now, what's the purpose of it? To influence a society to think and behave a certain way. Now, if you think about just that word, propaganda is a tool used by the government to convince the people to think and behave a certain way. Now, the other thing the flyer says is Hellonized. Well, what was Hellenization? It was when the Greeks conquered, and during their conquest, they converted everyone they conquered to think and behave exactly how they did. Isn't that the same thing I just said with the definition of propaganda? Government tool used to get the masses to think and behave a certain way. Hellenization, government tool, where during conquest they conquered and converted everyone they conquered to think and behave a certain way. Same shit. So now that we've crossed that bridge, Let's make it a little bigger. Let's expand the picture a little bit. So now, if we expand the picture a little bit, let's look at this Hollywood thing. And I said Hollywood heretics. And we see so much anti-God stuff in Hollywood. Hollywood can't possibly, and this is the catch. You hear so many people thanking God and Jesus, and mostly Jesus, at these events and all of this. But God can't possibly, Hollywood can't be. It's not a place that favors God. Now, I think acting is a gift. Or, I take that back. I think it's a talent. To call it a gift is a bit of a stretch because it's a slippery slope when you're dealing with acting. But either way it goes. So now, I look at the reason why I say this can't be a God thing, because some of these roles are hideous and they're so touchy now. Every time I look around, I got a strike on my damn channel, so I'm scared to even show y'all any stuff that I had lined up to show you, because I got 2 strikes in the last however long. I don't know, the third one, that's probably gonna be a wrap for me. So I gotta fall back. But so what really brought me here is some of these roles that people play. And now, how do you how you nah, and then I'm because I was gonna say like okay, uh SA, assault, harming children, you know, these roles, I firmly believe you have to tap into a certain type of energy. But then I just had a thought. It's semi hypocritical on my part because I played a gangster before. Somebody who murdered when he felt like it. And I didn't see a problem with that because I justified it in the realm of, I justified it 1,000 different ways, but him being a businessman or whatever. Uh, but to some people, murder is, I mean, it's just as repulsive as the other things I make. Now I gotta put myself under the microscope because uh, I definitely have a huge problem with people, actors that can play the SA role. I think I tell myself you gotta be bugging in order to do that. But then on the flip side, I could play a guy that go around blowing people's brains up. Now I still think I'm not gonna let these guys off the hook. If you because I'm gonna stand my ground. That's personal. Like I can do a kill scene where I just shoot somebody. Okay. But once you start having to actually go through the motions of assaulting someone, that's tough. And then it's that one dude in it. See, I want to play this stuff, but I don't think they're gonna mess with the channel, man. They got that one dude who said before he played the stalker, he actually stalked a lady one night off the train. He did it from a distance just to get the feel of it, but nothing ever happened. What the fuck? How can you even admit that? That to prepare for a role, you followed a random woman home from work one night to see if you could get away with it? And apparently he did. So how do we know that's actually as far as he took it? Just because he said so? That's a crazy space you have to put yourself in. And so I just wonder. I don't know if it's possible to actually play these type of roles and something not come unhinged in preparation for the roles. But then again, the guy from Snowfall says in order to get in more in depth in his drug lord role, he had to beg the devil, which I don't like his version of that story, but I definitely believe it's happening. I think that could definitely, that could definitely be a thing. But I think he was already doing that. He just said that for the camera. It was just camera chit chat. Now, there's Hollywood is a entity within itself.